Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the journey of raising our inner awareness or self-awareness. So in the previous sessions, we have discovered some principles that are controlling our life or affect greatly to our life, human life, and the laws, the laws that have big or huge impact on human life, which is cause and effect and dependent origination. And that two laws give us to our formula, a good seed or a good courses go together with our suitable conditions will give out the good result or desired result. And then we have covered so in this journey, to emphasize this, in these journeys we go to five what are the course, what are the courses, what are the courses, and to build the good courses or good seeds first to create a desired result or desired life for us. And there are three views at when we talk about our reality or our result. And we have science, we have religions or faith, and we have philosophy. And the three viewpoints has a great impact on our reality. And we have covered the first viewpoints, science. And in science, they tell us that the result we get today comes from the root, which is our mental images. So as long as we change our mental images, we can change the result that we get. And to change the mental images that we have in our mind, just control our what we hear, what we see. Okay, and then we change what we know and what we speak, which and these four factors will help us build new mental images, which help us to change the result we get or the reality that we get. So that is from the viewpoint of science. Now we'll move to the second viewpoint to look into our reality and to explain our reality. Please allow me to share my screen. Okay. Now we'll move to the next module. All right. That is religion or faith. All right. Religions of faith. Okay, from the viewpoint of religions of faith, we uh, will borrow one knowledge uh, from Buddhism, which share about one knowledge. It's called human structure. Human structure. What do you think about human structure when you hear these words or this phrase? Please give me a second. Um, all right, okay, let's continue. So in this viewpoint, religion to faith, we have a knowledge called human structure. And thanks to this knowledge, we have a base to dig deep into the root cause of our reality from religion or faith. And these three viewpoints is also our referencing systems. So that's why we call three referencing systems. Yeah, you see, in on the I think my left, yeah, on my left, upper left. Okay, so before we go into the human structure, we will uh, we'll discuss one concept or one term. This is the truth. The truth. So, what is the truth to you? What do you think about the truth? Do you have any idea in mind or opinions that you want to share about the truth? What opinion you might when what you hear in your mind when you what you have in your mind when you hear the truth? Somebody mentioned about the truth. What is it to you? The truth. And the wise man, defines the truth simply is something that never changing, everlasting. Okay, it's never changing, never changing, and everlasting. Never changing and everlasting. The truth, never changing and everlasting. So that is the truth in this model. When we talk about the truth, it's not the truth. It's not true or false. It's not that one. The truth is something that never changes, something that is never changing and everlasting. Why do we need to know the concept of the truth? Because we need to know the truth to hold on the truth so that we could have the inner peace, the true inner peace or the true happiness. Or else we just hold on the things or grab on the thing that change all the time. That change all the time. For example, you are living in a house, right? You are living in a house.
Hello.
Hello, teacher Mai.
Hello, hello. Hello, teacher Sonny.
Thank you for your presence.
Oh, English.
Yes,
I need to learning from you.
me too. I also need to learn from you.
Okay, that's right. We will go to what we say. Du thuyền. What we say du thuyền in English?
I think a kind of voyage,
Voyage.
I think so.
All right, we will go voyage. Save money. The truth. What you talk
The
about the
truth.
truth?
Yeah.
Is
This morning
Go.
we have gone through the science. We view realities from science, and now we view our reality from religion and faith. So we borrow the knowledge human structure to talk about our reality or find out the root of our realities. And before going to the human structures, I mentioned the concept of the truth here first, so that we discuss it first before we go to the human structure, because it's very important to know about the truth, because it plays an important role for us to
Yeah,
know about the human structure and to create or have the true happiness or the inner peace.
that's cool.
Thank you. And then we have the definitions, a quite simple definition about the truth, that is something never changing, everlasting,
Never
never changing,
changing, everlasting.
everlasting. Yes, that is the truth from the wise man who defined this concept for us.
What you mean
So
about everlasting?
everlasting, lasting forever. There is no end. There is no beginning. There is no ending. So that's why it's everlasting.
Okay, forever. Never
Yes, yes.
changing, forever.
Never
Oh,
changing, everlasting. Through space and time, it's always the same. It's always there. So
that's
that
right.
is what we call
Yeah.
the truth. Yes, yes.
Thanks for
So,
explaining. That's right.
yeah, thank you, thank you.
It's good explanation you are.
Sorry.
I say is good explanation you are.
Explanation?
Yes, I mean like you have a good explanation, everlasting. It's
Okay.
easy to understand.
Thank you. Thank you, my mind.
What do you have your background? 24, 24-hour understanding.
Understanding three referencing systems to create a desired life.
Oh, yeah. So you 24-hour in English.
Yeah. And actually, I started from, in Philippines times, I start from around 6:30, but actually I put it on Facebook at around 7 a.m. And I'm going to do this live webinar until around 11:30 p.m. So not full 24
Really good
hours.
work. It's enough. It doesn't matter. It's important what you say and like what the people receive. It doesn't matter. If you have 5 minutes, you can do it.
You're so cool. Okay, let's do it.
Okay,
Um,
keep going.
yeah, thank you. Thank you for your support. All right. Seems like I have more energy. So we are talking about the truth. And let's check why do we need to mention about the truth? For example, we look at or we observe everything around us. Okay. And do you think that there is anything that you think is the truth? Is there anything that you think is the truth around us? let's say a house where we are living, okay, or we call it a home. Is this never changing, everlasting? No, right? No, it's changing all the time, and it's never lasts forever. It just lasts for years. It could be up to 100 years, but just cannot be lasting forever. And it changes all the time. And yesterday we can own it, and today, for some reason, it disappeared. Right? Maybe a disaster, natural disaster, or we lose something and we need to sell that house. So it's changed all the time, and it's not the truth. So if we hold on the thing that is not the truth, we never have the inner peace or the true happiness inside. Because when we have it, we're happy. When we lose it, we're unhappy. And a car is similar to a car. When we have it, we're happy. When we don't have it, we lose it for some reason, we are sad. We mourn, we, we suffered, or a lot of things around us, which is not the truth. If we hold on that, and we never can achieve the truth happiness. Even our body, do you think this is the truth? It's true, but it's not the truth. It's true because I can touch it. It's here. Yeah. Yeah, like I mean it's real. It's real, but it's not the truth because it changed. So every second there are some cells died, and then the new one is created. So it's changed all the time. My body changed when I was born. I I just like this for around couple of kilograms, and now I'm bigger like this. Change all the time. And when I get old, different body. So if we hold on our body, everything is beautiful, we're happy, and then someday there is a weakness on our face and we think we're ugly, then we're sad. So if we hold on such not true things, we never have the true happiness or the inner peace. So that's why we need to find out where is the truth? Where is the truth? And hold on the truth so that we can have the never changing, everlasting happiness, or we call it the inner peace. So before, sorry, before we get to know their human structure. I will tell a story. This story um, I heard from my teachers. Many teachers share about this story. And here I also want to share with you so that you get to know where's the truth. Once upon a time, humans and demons live happily together. One day they have fight, they have arguments, and then there is a war. War happens. And after all, human wins. Human wins. And then they cast the demons out of the place where the two humans and demons live together. And before leaving that place, that land, demons have a huge super plan to steal humans' happiness away, because they know that to human happiness is the ultimate goal of their life. And in order to steal their true happiness away, they think about a plan to hide humans' truth, the truth of the human, so that the human has nothing to hold on, nothing that's never changed and an everlasting to hold on. And they never can have the true happiness or the inner peace. And then one demon said, we can hide in the oceans, deep in depths, deep in the ocean, so that the human cannot find it and they cannot be peaceful or happy. When that demon just said, and the other demon just jumped out and reject, and he said, no, we cannot hide in the ocean because human is so smart. They can fight one someday. So we need to hide in the top or in the peak of the highest mountain in the world. And this idea also got rejected by another demon with the same explanation. No, human is so smart. One day they still can fight, no matter how high it is. So he suggested that how about we hide in deep in the forest, or like a huge jungle that is hard for them to find out. But it also got rejection from other demons, and with the same reasons, they will fight out it someday. So the leader of that group of demons just from beginning he just listened to um, the demons talk and share and raise ideas, and then at this time he just stepped out and said, I know where it is. We need to hide deep inside every human, deep inside every human. And they usually they have a tendency to buy something from outside, so they never know that the truth is from from within. And they never have the truth to hold on, and never ever have the true happiness or the inner peace. So that idea was supported by the whole group of demons, and then since then they started that plan, and I don't know if they change the plans in the future, but now still they keep that plan, and it seems to be very successful because we often looking for something from outside to find happiness, but the truth is not from outside, it's from within. So that's why we need to know, or we need to explore about human structure to know where the truth is. Thank you, teacher Mai. Okay, let's go to the to explore. To explore our human structure, and it's worth looking for. Do you agree? We are humans, and we know human structure is something is worth doing, right? We deserve to know about human structure because we are human being, right? So we borrowed a knowledge from Buddhism. So it's not about religions, but we have this knowledge from Buddhism. So we give our chance or possible opportunities to know, get to know our human structure. Okay. So this knowledge could be the knowledge that you don't know that you don't know. You never heard about that. So we will explore it one by one. There is nothing to worry or or have any concerns here. Just draw our human structures slowly, not very slow, but step by step, and you can follow my steps and draw your human structures on your paper, and together we will explore about our human structure. Okay. So in the middle of the page, we put um, a being. We put being. Okay. The word being in the middle of the page. And above the words beings, we put here. We put a word here. Okay, here. And on the right side of beings, we put see. See. And below the being, we put speaking, speak, speak, speak. Okay. And on the left side of being, we put no. No. Okay. Now, so the being, we can use yellow color, and here, see, speak, no, we can use pink color. And then we draw a circle around see, hear, speak, and know. A circle around the being that has hear, see, speak, and know. Just draw with me, and then I will explain later. Okay. And in this circle, we put hello, energy, hello, energy, hello, energy. So it means in this area, we has a being which has hearing, seeing, speaking, knowing, or hearing nature, seeing nature, speaking nature, or and knowing natures. And all of these natures covered by an energy is called halo energy. Okay, halo energy. This is the energy of balance, balance energy. No positive, no negative charge, just balance energy. Okay, this is the first part. And human structures has 4 parts or 4 layers. Now we move to the next one. So above the circle that we just draw, okay, we just draw in, we put sensation, sensation above the circle. And then on the right side, we put perspective, perspective, perspective. Okay, sensation and then perspective. And below the circle, we put reaction. And on the left side of the circle, we put consciousness. Can put along the circle. Right. Okay. I will I will get another page. Start again. Okay. In the middle, we put in with the yellow colors. And on the top, we have here on the left side, C, right side, sorry, right side, C, below the being, speak, and the left side, no, no. Okay. Then draw a circle. Okay. Around here, see, speaking no, and put hello and tree. Hello in a tree. So this is the first layer, the first part of human structure. And next, move to the second part. This is the human nature. And above the circle we just start, we put sensation. Sensation. And on the right side, we put perspective. 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 Okay, perspectives. And below the circles, we put reactions or response. Reaction, or it can be reaction. And on the left side is consciousness. All right. And then we use hyphen to connect these four: nature, sensation, perspectives, reaction, and consciousness. This is the first layer of human nature. And these four are the first layer, which is which closest to the core part of human structure. And the next layer of human structure is photon. Okay, photon. Beauty. We put those words around the circle. Beauty. Fame. Eating. And sleeping. We also use hyphen to connect, link these five nature, defies human natures together. That is the second layers of human natures. And the third, so the first layer we can use the orange color, and the second layer is photon, beauty, femme, eating, and sleeping. We can use the green color. And next, is the next layer of human nature is desire. Desire, hatred. Hatred, desire, hatred, ignorance, ignorance, haughtiness, suspicion, evil, and view. View. You also use hyphen to connect these 7 natures of human natures. Okay, so we have 3 layers of human natures. And surround these human natures, we have a layer, we call it electromagnetic energy. Electromagnetic energies. Because it's electromagnetic energy, so it has negative and positive charge. So that's why we use 2 colors, which is an intertwist to draw the circle around and we draw it as the form of wave and it's woven together. Okay, there's 2 colors. We use red and blue colors to represent for electromagnetic energies that surround human natures. And the next layer is they call it sorry. They call it 84,000 illusionary bubbles. Illusionary bubbles. Okay, because it's illusionary bubble, so we draw bubbles. So 84 illusionary bubbles, we put it below the circle that we just draw. And We draw some bubbles around the circle, which represents for the illusionary bubbles of this layer or this part. Okay. Thank you, teacher Mike. So this layer we call is 84,000 illusionary bubbles because it's illusionary bubbles. So it comes and goes like our emotions and feelings just comes and goes, comes and goes. It's never lasting. And the next layer of, or the next part of our human structure is the four elements. Element. The four element body. The four element body. Because is this the body has four elements. So on the top of the circle with it, we just draw, we put the four element body, and below it we put four elements which are earth, okay, water, tea, and fire. Earth, water, tea and fire. Cheese is also means air, air. So we have earth, we have water, we have tea, fire also means air and fire. So inside our body we have, we can use hyphen to connect the upper and lower parts of the circle. So the earth or so represents for the solidity of our body and nutrition of our body. Water is the fluidity, fluidity or water inside our body. G are the air inside our body, and or oxygen, and fire means the heat inside our body. And wrap this body, we have another electromagnetics in a waveform. We draw it around human body. There is also two charges two charges, negative and positive. So we used to color red and blue. Red and blue. They are intertwined to each other to represent for our electromagnetic energy. So our body. Okay, now we have a complete human structure. Okay, this is a diagram of human structure, or we call it a drawing of human structure. Can put human structure on the top. In human structure. Okay. Now we will explain each concept or each words in our human structures. So in total, human structures has 4 parts or 4 layers, or there are 4 parts in the human structure. The first part, the innermost part, we call is the core. The core. The core. Okay, and in this core, we have a being which contain hearing nature, seeing nature, speaking nature, knowing nature, or contain the hearing, the seeing, the speaking, and the knowing, uh, which is covered by an energy is called halo energy, which is the balance energy. No positive, no negative charges, just balance, like neutral one. Neutral, just neutral one. No positive, no negative. So this is the core. We know the concept about it first, and then later we will explain how it works and how it operates and how it generates the humans as we are now. Okay, everything that we show, everything that we react or response, and we received, everything can be explained here from the human structure. So this is the first part, innermost part of human structure, and the next part outside of this core, the core, is human nature. Human nature. And in these human natures, there are 16 natures of human. 16 natures, which is the first layer, which is closest to the core, are sensation, perspectives, reaction, and consciousness. These four natures are closest to the core. The second layer of human nature are five natures: fortune, beauty, fame, eating, consciousness. Oh, sorry, sleeping. Okay, so these five natures are form the second layer of human nature. And the third layer of human natures are made of from seven natures, which are desire, hatred, ignorance, haughtiness, suspicion, ego, and view. View. Okay, we will explain these words later. So no worry about that. I just explain about the structure of human structure. Okay. And then the next part, the outer part of humans' natures. Okay, we have, and this human nature is covered by an energy is called electromagnetic energy because it's electromagnetic. So it has positive charges and negative charges. And outside of this electromagnetic energy, we have a part, we call it 84,000 illusionary bubbles. 84,000 illusionary bubbles. And in Buddhism, we said there's 84,000 illusionary bubbles, which is not information, okay? So there's bubbles, illusionary bubbles around human nature. And the next one, the outer one, is the four element body, the body, our body that we can touch here, the body. So they call it the four element body, which forms or made of by earth, water, chi, fire. Earth means nutrition, solidity, or solidity. Water means water or fluidity. Chi means the air. Inside our body, there's the air, right? Oxygen. And fire means heat, the heat inside our body. And surround our body, there is an electromagnetic energy. So that's why you can feel it especially in of the cold weather, during cold weather or during winter when you wear sweater. When you wear sweater and you can feel there is like you send something stick to your skin, can send it, and it caused by the electromagnetic energies around our body. It's like there is a power or electricity around our body. So this is our human structures. Now we get to know the names and how they call each part of human structure. So we have different ways, or different names of human structures from Buddhism. Buddhism, from science, and the from popular name of this Buddhist popularity, uh, or the common name. So from Buddhism, the core inside here, the being, which contains hearing nature, seeing nature, speaking nature, and knowing nature, and is covered by an energy is called halo energy, which is neutral, no positive, no negative charge. They call it Buddha nature. They call it Buddha nature. And in the FARC, they call it the core. 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 In science, they call it the tool. The tool. So now we know where is the truth. The truth. Now we know where is the truth, right? It is the core. It also the Buddha nature. It is the core here, the being which contain hearing nature, seeing nature, speaking nature, and knowing nature, and is covered by polar halo energy, a neutral energy. Okay, then the next part is in Buddhism, it calls 16th human nature. Oh, that's why the thing is weird. Nature is like this. Okay, nature. It's nature, huh? Nature. Okay, nature. Okay. 60 natures, which is sensation, perspectives, reaction, consciousness, fortune, beauty, fame, eating, sleeping, desire, hatred, ignorance, hardness, suspicions, evil, and view. These 16 natures are the layer of human nature. Popularity, or the popular name, they call it nature, simple nature, just nature. Hmm? Nature, and in science, they call it characteristics. Characteristics. Okay, characteristics. And the next part is 84,000 evolutionary bubbles. In science, they call it emotion. And popularity name is feeling. This feeling for humanity. Or in Buddhism, they said that there are 84,000 illusionary bubbles, but in science, as far as I'm concerned, they have called more than 34,000 emotions. And that project they have done long ago, and it stopped for a while because the person who raised that project, who led that project, has passed away. And after him, nobody took over, as far as I'm concerned. Nobody took over his project, so it still stopped at more than 34,000 emotions. That is in science. In science, they count, they have named 34, more than 34,000 emotions. And the next part, which is the four element body. The four element body, which is we have earth, we have water, we have chi, and we have fire. Popularity, under popularity, they call it body. Simple body. In science, they call it human body. Human body. So let's see which is the optimal names for each part, so that when we use that names, we can we know, or the image of that part just pop up in our minds. If we call it a Buddha nature, so it's just for Buddhism, right? The people from another religions, or they don't seek for the Buddha nature. They has different leader in their religion. So if we use Buddha nature, will limit the people who look for, or who get to know the human structures. While this knowledge is for everyone, not any particular or group of people. And if we tarnish the core, and it's also hard to know what is the core if we don't explain it. But if we tarnish the truth from science name, everybody can have a little concept about the truth. Okay, because it's the truth, which is never changing, everlasting. I got that. So we can use this layer this way to call the core in the most part of human structure is the truth, which is never changing, everlasting. This being containing hearing nature, seeing nature, speaking nature, and knowing nature, and is covered by halo energy, a neutral energy. There is no positive, no negative charge. Okay, the second part, difficult is nature. It's also hard for people to know what is the nature or characteristics. There are a lot of characteristics, but if we call it 16 human natures, 16 human natures, yeah, they could know that there are 16 natures in this part, human natures. They know that there is sensation, perspectives, reaction, consciousness, boredom, bam, beauty, eating, sleeping, desire, hatred, ignorance, hardness, suspicions, evil, and view. So there are 16 human natures. So the second part, we call it 16 human natures. When we call it, we know that, okay, there are 16 human natures in this part. And the third one, if we call this 84,000 illusionary bubbles, this can make people confused with illusionary bubbles. And 84,000. An emotion in science, there are also more than 34 emotions, and it could be more. So simply we call it feeling, the feeling parts. Feeling, because it's a feeling part is 5. And the last part, or the last layer, body, human body, or the 4-element body. So if we call it the 4-element body, people could know that, okay, there are 4 elements in this in this part: earth, water, chi, and fire. All right, so we just go over the the name. How do people name the four parts of human structure by Buddhism, science, and the popularity? So we will go to the first part, the truth. So do you wonder? Do you wonder how the true parts works and how it affects our life, and why do we need to seek for the truth? Okay, we will know it right now. So we will draw another diagram, a simple one of a simple version of human structure. Okay, so there's four parts. The innermost one, the core, the truth, the core or the truth, and the next one is the nature. Uh, the third one is feeling, and the outer part is body. So, do you know what is human mind? Have you ever heard about the word mind? Human mind. I believe that you heard about that word many times, and we use that word many times. But do you know what is the mind of human mind? So through the the human structure, we know our mind. Our mind, which contains, we just remove the body parts. The rest are formed as our mind. So we have the mind is comprised of the truth or the core, the truth, nature, feeling, and body is made up our mind. Oh, sorry, no body. Sorry, just three layers, three parts, the true nature and feeling is made up the mind, our human mind. Okay, so we have some verbs are which we can use for the inner three parts, mm, the three inner parts. In the feeling, yes, in the feeling part, we use the verb treat. We treat. We use our feeling to treat other people, or we treat the situation. And in the part of nature, we use we inter interpret the event that comes. We analyze, we differentiate things, so interpret. We interpret things that comes to us. And in the truth or the core, we just accept. We just accept the message. We just accept the message. No interpreting or treating reaction, take response to that message. So we have these three verbs, which the true natures and feelings are using. Uh, okay, so we have we know what is our mind. Now, let's see how it works. And Okay, so we will draw again just the mind. Just the mind. Remove the body part. And we just focus on how our mind works. So there's in the core part, we have our being, we have being and upper, above being, we have here in nature, here. On the right side, we have see, see in nature. On the below, below being, we have speak, speak, speak in nature. And on the left side, we have no, no. Okay. So we draw a circle. Okay. And the next part is human nature. Nature. And the outer part is feeling. So there is a message. This is how it works. We have a message. When there is a message comes, a message comes. So we have three ways to respond to this message. When it comes and if we use the feeling part to treat the message, so we can have some feeling like emotions. We happy with the message. We're sad with the message. We are anxious with the message. We are unhappy by the message. So there are some feelings or emotions that we treat to the message if we are using the feeling parts. And if it's go through the feeling parts, it comes to the nature parts, and interpret we interpret the message. We see if it's right or wrong, it's good or bad, true or false, it should or should not. So after analyze and interpret the message, we could have the response to the message. Maybe it could affect our feeling part. And when we analyze it's a bad message, we can use anger. We can use the anger in the feeling part to change the message. Or we can use if interpreted it as a beautiful message. So we treat it as with the happy emotion. We show that we are happy with the message. And there's the third way uh, to respond to the message. That is, we just accept when it goes to the truth. When it goes to the truth, we just accept it. And it's accepted. Or not we, it's accepted. Because it's detached from the feeling part, detached from the nature part, go through into delve into the true nature. And we hear the message. We know that we just hear that. We see the message, we know that we are seeing it. And we know the message and we just accept the message. No interpreting and no emotions response. There is a story about there is a story between it's shared this conversation between Buddha and the king Vasadya. Sorry, Vasanadi. Vasanadi are an Indian kings during the Buddha times. And when Buddha and the king just walk along the um, a river that I think they call is Ganges. The Ganges River, a very famous river in India now. When Buddha and the king Pasenadi walked along the river, and the king asked the Buddha, he asked, Buddha, I want to know the hearing, no, the seeing nature. I want to know what is the seeing nature, and I want to have it. And the Buddha said, how old are you this year? And the king said, I'm 62 years old. And have you ever uh, passed this Ganges River before? Said the Buddha. And the king responds, yes, when I was 3 years old, my mother took me to this Ganges River. The Buddha continued asking, so when you were 3 years old, you saw the Ganges River, and now you are 62. You see the Ganges River. So that these two scenes are different to you? Do you see the Ganges River when you was 3 years old, and you see the Ganges River now when you are 62 years old? Is there any difference? Is there any difference? And the king said, no, no difference. When I see uh, the river now, the Ganges River now, and with what I see when I was 3 years old, I see the Ganges River when I was 3 years old. There is no difference. The river has no difference from what I see. And the Buddha said, that is the seeing nature. That is the seeing nature. That is the seeing nature. So from that story, we know that if we receive a message and we don't interpret the message, or we don't react right away to this on that message, and we see and we know that we just see, we hear and we know that we hear it, we know and we know that we know it. That is the hearing nature, the seeing nature, the knowing nature. We are using the hearing nature to receive the message or to accept the message. We use the seeing nature to accept the message, and we use the knowing nature to accept the message. It's never changed. We can do this small experiment, so that we can sense, or we know what is the hearing nature, what is the seeing natures, and what is the knowing natures and the speaking nature. Now, can you cover your ears? Cover your ears. Okay. For a few seconds. Cover your ears. All right. When you cover your ears, do you hear anything? Do you hear anything when you cover your ears? Cover your ears. You could hear something, right? You can hear somebody hear the heartbeat, somebody hear the sounds. Like cannot describe what's what is that sound, but there's the sound, or even no sound. You are hearing the no sound. If there is sound, you hearing the sound. If there is no sound, you hearing the no sound. There is always the hearing nature. You always hear something. What you hear is different, but the hearing nature is always there. You always hear something. That is the hearing nature. Even the deaf can hear. What they hear and what we hear could be different, but we humans are always here. We hear something. That is the hearing nature, never changing, everlasting. Seeing, seeing nature. Close your eyes. Do you see something when you close your eyes? You will see something. It could be black color, or somebody said it's red color, or some other colors, and some people see the image of their family members, of their works, and some other people sees the process of their minds. What we see can change, but the seeing natures never change, never change, never changes, and everlasting. It's always there, the seeing nature. We always see something. What we see is different, but the seeing nature is always there. We always see something. That is the seeing nature. So they said that even the blind can see. They don't use their eyes to see. They use the seeing nature to see. What they see and what we see could be different, but we always, together, we always see something. That is the seeing nature. And the speaking nature, even we shut our mouth. Do you hear something? Is there any voice? Even we speak, we don't speak. We don't open our mouth to speak and let the message out. Yeah, there is always voice inside our heads, right? Speak. What we speak could be different, but the speaking nature is always there. We always speak something. We always speak something. Even you don't hear any voice inside, we speak nothing because of the speaking nature is always there. So the dumb also speak. What they speak is different from what we speak. They can also use their language, their own language. That is the speaking natures. And the knowing natures, we always know something. We always know something. We know that we are hearing, we know that we are seeing, we know that we are speaking, we know that we are talking, we know that we are doing the live webinar. We know that after this section, we could take a break and then we have dinner or we do something else. We know something. What we know could be different, could change, but we always know something. The knowing nature is always there. That is the knowing nature. So in this core or this the truth, there are four natures: hearing nature, seeing nature, speaking nature, and knowing nature. Okay. So how do we use our mind to receive a message? Bong. Do you receive my message earlier? I just sent out a message. Bong. Right? And when you receive that message, now let's see which part are you using? Feeling, natures, or the truth? Do you treat that message with your feeling? Do you interpret that message with your nature? Or do you just accept the message with your hearing nature or seeing nature or knowing nature? So it depends on which part of the mind you are using, and it gives out a different result sent out to respond to the message. So let's take an example, just an example. Okay, so we can elaborate more and clarify what we are talking about, how the mind works. Are you crazy? What I just said, crazy, right? Crazy. I just said crazy. 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 So no, so what were you using? Which part were you using to receive this message? Are you crazy? If you get angry, you were using the feeling part to receive this message, to treat this message. If you interpret the message, why she said that? Why she said that? I'm here and I want to learn something. I want to know about what she was talking about. Why she said that? Interpret the message, analyze it. After you analyze it, it could cause the result that it's a bad message, and then leads to the feeling part, angry. Could be, could be. Or if you analyze it and you interpret it as a good message. So you think this person is funny. Could be. But if you receive the message with the truth within, you know that you're hearing a message. You know that you are seeing a message. You know it and just accept it. Know and accept it. know, and just accept it. That's it. No more. Stop there. No interpreting, no treat the message. Just know and accept the message. You got it? Did you get this point? Know and accept the message. And because you just know and accept, there is no interpretance, so there is no good or bad. So we don't use any feeling here to treat the message. And we can apply it to some unwanted situations, that unexpected event comes. And when it comes, you just hear, you use your hearing agents, and you know that you're hearing the message, you know that you are seeing the message, and that's it. There is no interpreting. So that we can keep the inner peace. We can keep our inner peace even in a very terrible situation. We can keep our true happiness from the true within. So that's how we applied the truth part to our life. How about the good message? Like, how about, like I said, you are beautiful. Okay, you are beautiful. You said you are beautiful today. You are, sorry, beautiful. Okay, beautiful. You're beautiful. So you should use the feeling part to respond to message, right? Happy or feel good when you hear the message. Why would you use the truth? Accept, just accept, and no response when you hear a good message, right? Because people love to hear the compliments. So we can use this feelings, and when somebody give you a compliments, they also want to receive a good feedback from you, good response from you. So when you are show that you're happy with that, with that message, they are also happy. Or we can use the nature to interpret the message. Usually at work, we need to know what is right and what is wrong, what is correct, what is false, what is true, what is wrong, what we should do and what we should not do. Do you agree with me? So that our words could be smooth, smoother, smoothly.
So it's I think it's a being. It's mean hearing, seeing, speaking, or knowing because it's always and it's we call e. It's like we call it's look like the subject is something on way, so it's not like it's not a word. I think
No, it's
I'm
not
not
a verb.
sure. It's
It's not
it's
a
like
verb.
gerund. I think it's a gerund. It's mean like it's on way hearing, seeing, speaking, and
Yes,
knowing.
yes,
Yeah, that's
yes.
it.
Being, yeah, that's being is just being. It's not a
Because
verb.
like in English, if we say hear, it means you hear something. It's for definition about like being. It's for me, in my opinion, it's something is not clear. If like we're using in gerund for like the hear, see, or speak or know, it's like in gerund word, it's more clear. What's quick explanation? I don't know. That is just my feeling.
Do you want me to put here in here?
No, it's like it's just the some kind of question and need to work it out because we're not sure yet. It's just my feeling about like for we explanation about how the being is mean it's a
You
gerund for its own
no,
way.
no, 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 it's not a gerund. You know human being, right?
Yeah.
Human being.
Yep.
So just a being, but that being is a human. It's not a gerund. It's a noun. Like a
And
living being. When we said a living being, it means that we explain about a being which exists, just a being which exists in this life. And a living being, it means that it's still alive. It's not a gerund.
I mean the word because we explain like hear or see or speak and know. It
Hmm.
normally used in English like we hear something and that's it. It's not like your own way hearing.
No, there's a hearing nature. There's a hearing nature. It's just a name. We just label a name. We just label a name. So you just see, let's say hearing nature, it means that there's always hearing nature. That hearing nature is always there. What you hear is different, but the hearing natures never change, never changing. Everlasting is always there. The hearing nature.
That's nature. It look like the layer second is the nature.
The second, no, no, no. This is the true nature, and the second is the human nature. The second layer is the human nature, and this is the true nature.
Yeah, when we explanation it need to little bit more clear about this because like we assume it's a nature, it's the same with the layer two.
Yeah. So this is the true nature. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for clarifying this part
Okay.
for us.
Keep
Yeah.
going.
Thank you. Thank you, Teacher Mai. So, Teacher Mai just helped us to clarify about the nature in the second part and the discord. This is the true nature. And the second part is the human nature. So we need to differentiate between the two. So in the true nature, we have hearing nature, we have seeing nature, we have speaking nature, and we have knowing nature. And where earlier we mentioned about how to use the human natures to apply it into our work, right? We use the human nature to differentiate what is good, what is correct, what we should do. So if we use that human natures perfectly, our words would go smoothly and we can create a very um, or we can perform productively and effectively at work. But for the true nature, we for the true nature we used to in the situations that some things like unexpected events happens in our life. And if we use the feeling natures, we lost our true happiness. If we use the human nature to interpret it, we also lost our true happiness, our inner peace. Only we can use, only by using the true nature, we know, and then we accept the message, no interpreting, no judge the message with our feeling. We can't hold, grab our inner peace. That is how we can apply it. Uh, 4 layers or four, 3 layers or 3 parts of our mind into our daily life or into our life. And once we are accept message with the true nature, so we have this so it's the message goes to the truth, right? The message go directly to the truth, the truth. We use the truth to accept the message, and then it generates a nature is called the true nature, the true nature of our mind. And these true natures generate a state of mind which is inner peace. That we are looking for, inner peace. So we accept the message when it goes directly to the truth, the true layer or the true part, and then it generates the true nature. It generates the true nature of our mind. And because that true nature is create the inner peace state of mind. This is the formula can keep our inner peace. The formula of inner peace. All right. So we have the formula of inner peace already. Okay, do anyone have any questions or want me to clarify something? Yeah, turn on your mic or raise your hands or put in the chat box or in the comments. Or you want to share some lessons, the lessons or a new lesson, or applicable lessons or enlightenment or some insights from what we have been going through. If none, we will move to the next model. We just finished the it's planned. The first part of the innermost part of our structure, human structure. That is the truth. Now we move to the second part, 16 human natures. And we will explain some concepts in these 16 human natures and see how it works in detail. Okay. Okay, so human natures. We have 16 human natures. I will explain a little bit about each natures, human nature. First one, sensation. Sensations. It means that we receive it. We receive a message, or just mean receiving. That's it. We receive a message. We receive something. So that's represent for the sensations nature. Like the input. Perspectives. So when we recall in the past, when we recall something in the past, that's one kind of our perspectives. We have to recall. In the past, we use the word recall. Okay. In the present, we use the word imagine. And in the future, we plan. We plan. That is the second natures of human nature.
Teacher Sunny, we can't plan or we can't forecast.
I was thinking about that and forecast earlier. Actually, I think a lot about the verbs plan when we think about the future. So we have predict, we have plan, we have forecast, but the verb that make we know that it could happen, it definitely could happen. So maybe I'm not sure if forecast or plans could be better. What do you think? But the verb should be, it should be definitely happen.
It's something we don't know about, like the future. It's just like the forecasting, because it's planning. It means like particular you plan something, but the forecast I'm also like uh because for me planning it means you already, like example, you planning this week, next week, or this year for in your calendar. But it's like because your mind is always, that is the natural thinking, like your thoughts like always like in the past. And when you in the moment, at the moment, your brain is everywhere. And like for like even in the moment you also like think about the future. It's just the thinking, it's not particular you planning something.
I got that. I got that. But the words to translate the word Liuden, it means something is definitely happen. So I would consider a lot which words that I should use.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. Maybe we'll discuss this later. Which one we should use here. Now we just build. We we are
Yes.
building up. Yeah. And we'll see if
Yeah.
there are some people who have some other ideas, and
Yeah,
we'll see it.
let's note that, and then later we add in later. It when we have time, like you can add in later. It's now you feel like it's concentrate on what you deliver, and it just the work. It doesn't matter. It's not important, but like for future,
Yeah.
it maybe you can add in. Okay, keep going. Thank you.
Thank you, Teacher Mai. Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you.
Good.
All right, keep going.
So that is our perspectives nature. We in the past we recall it. In the present moment, we imagine it, and in the future, we have plans, or we can use forecast, or whatever word predict. As long as when we use that word, we know it that it's definitely happened. In our mind, we know it's definitely happened. Of course, what if in the future it might not happen, but in that moment when we think about that one, we have the uh, the decision in our mind that it's definitely happened. So it's just a label for the concept. I hope that you get the idea of that concept. That is enough. And for the reaction nature, it's just how we carry out, how we put it out. Like it's that is the opposite of sensation nature. We sense something or we receive it, and reaction, that means that we carry it out. We react to the situation, or we perform. Okay, could be perform. Perform. Mm. After receive something, and then we perform it out, carry it out. And the next, nature's consciousness. Consciousness. I think we all know that we know something, right? Know or aware. Know or be aware. So this note or aware, be aware of something is different with the knowing nature in the two parts. We know some things, and this knowing, interpreting thing, we know it, and we know it's good or bad. We know it's right or wrong, and we know a knowledge, and we know it's good for us. That's why we learn it. So that is the meaning of the know here, and we are aware of something. Important. Important. So this important has two meanings: talent or money. Or wealth. Talent or money. Beauty. Beauty. So in this beauty, we have physical beauty. The body is about a body, the beauty of the body, or form. Any form in this life has its beauty. For example, the persons who has beauty natures which leans more on the form of things, and they like to, if they have the beauty nature in the arrange things or order things. When they fold their clothes, they need to put it in the order of signs or the order of colors. If you put it in the incorrect way or place, they don't like it. Or for example, those who have the beauty natures in space, and they want to put that furniture in that place, just that place. And if you move it a little bit to the other place, they don't like it. So that is the beauty we have, beauty of the body and beauty of the forms of the things that exist in this world. And those who have the beauty natures and more on the body, anything that happened to their body could affect them. For example, they have the high expectations about the beauty of their body. So when they wake up, there's an acne on their face. They could worry, and maybe they don't dare to go out to see people because they think they are ugly. So this could affect uh, their behavior and action. So in beauty, we have body and forms. Bam. Bam. Yeah. We talk about status, right? Status or famous, be famous. verb. Eating. 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 Eating nature is about eat and drink. Eat and drink.
Teacher Sunny, what
Daily
you mean
basis.
about status? What you mean about fame with status?
Status means that is a hierarchy. If that's usually people like you get the idea of fame, right? I just explained what is fame here. So here we use fams, and in fams people like to label some status, like they are a business of like successful businessman or woman. It's kind of status. Or
It's not called label, it's called status.
yes, labels, we call it label.
Okay.
We can call it status. Yeah, just try to
All right.
explain it.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
But label is more on the when we label someone and we stick to that label, it could cause suffering. And status is more in the neutral way. It didn't. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eating, eating, or just eat or drink anything that's related to what we eat, what we drink. It's could affect, it could affect our nature. And sleeping, human nature. Sleeping. Sleep, sleep, or rest. Sleep or rest. Okay. Next, desire. Desire is just desire. Desire. Then we have hatred. Means anger. So this is, we just explain the meaning of these words. It's not about the hatred nature. It's not about the fame nature. We will know, we will see how it works later. But now I just explain the words that represent, we use for our for the natures of 16 human natures. So hatred just means anger. That's it. And ignorance. Ignorance. Like ignorance. Ignorance. And haughtiness. We have Hardness. Haughtiness is have same meaning similar to arrogance. We can interpret it as arrogance and suspicions. Suspicion. We suspect something. We suspect. Suspect. Evil. Cruel. Cruel. Evil. Cruel. View. It means mm, persistence. Insistence or something. Persistence. Persist. Yeah, just persist. Thank you, teacher Mike. Always encourage. Always encourage me. Okay, so we explained the meanings of some words of the existing human natures. And now we've moved to the very interesting part to see how human natures works. And because of that, we understand ourselves more. What? Okay, 21. All right. So our human natures are is affected or influenced by um, energy is called electromagnetic energy. It has negative and positive charge. Yes, negative and positive charge. Okay, so we draw a line, straight line from top to the bottom. And in the two ends, in the upper part, we can put a cross, like the cross symbol, and at the lower part, we put at the bottom, we put the minus symbol. In the middle is balance. Okay, so we will go through some natures and let me read. and the teachers has sent us a lesson that in this 16 human natures, there are two natures, desire and perspectives is the key points, are the key points of human natures. Desired and perspectives on potence, desire and perspective on beauty, desire and perspective on fame, desire and perspective on eating, desire and perspectives on sleeping, or desire and perspective on potent, beauty, fame, eating, and sleeping will decide the level and the degree of hatred, ignorance, hardness, suspicions, evil, and view. Decide what we sense, decide our sensations, decide what we receive, decide how we react, what are our reactions, and decide our consciousness, what we know and what we are aware of. I will repeat how the human structures work, human natures work. Desire and perspectives are the key points of humans' natures. Desire and perspectives on fortune. Desire and perspective on beauty. Desire and perspective on fame. Desire and perspective on eating. Desire and perspective on sleeping. Or desire and perspectives on fortune, beauty, fame, eating, and sleeping will decide the level and degree of hatred, ignorance, hardness, suspicion, evil, and view. Decides what we sense, what we receive, and how we react, and what we know, what we are aware of, or our consciousness. So we have two natures, human nature, desire, and perspectives. They are the key points of human natures. Let's see how it works. The first one's everybody just give me, please just ask for a few minutes. I'll come back, just a few minutes. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Let's get started with the human natures. So we have the first human nature is desire. Desire. The first nature is desire. So if our desires push to the uh, negative direction, it means that we what we want just for ourselves. It means that what we want, we just want for ourselves. For example, we buy something and then we just want to keep it for ourselves. We don't want to share it to anyone. So it means that our desires push to the negative direction. Mm. And in this way, our desire called greed. 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 But if our desire or what we want for a lot of people, not only ourselves, but also for many people. And then we call it generosity. Now it's turned to be generosity. So when we say desire, it could be in negatively, it could be positively. So negative, if it's negative, it is greed. If it's positive, it is generosity. Okay. And there's no good or bad. There's no good or bad. Uh, in Chinese proverb, they have they said that too much yin, too much yin, too much yin. They have this circle. If you ever seen it, so it represents for yin and yang, day and night. Everything has two elements, yin and yang, are feminine and masculine energy, for example. So they said that too much yin is start of yang. Too much yang is the start of yin. So, and if we applied that proverb here, we can say that if a person who is too greedy, one day they will be generous. For example, because they want good thing comes to them, and one day they realize that only be generous to everyone, so the good thing could come to them. So too much greed is it generates the grocery generous. Too much generosity could cause greed. Could be uh, I observed and I see that there are some people who donate a lot of money and they do a lot of kind work to people. They are so generous. It's very good to people. But when they one day when they need help, but nobody could help them, and they blame other people. Why I help people a lot, and when I need, nobody help me, and they realize something. So, you remember the impeccable quest principle we mentioned in the beginning. So he or she or his or her questions is why I I treat people very well, very good. Now I need help, but nobody helped me. That is the negative quest, right? The negative questions, which could lead to the negative enlightenment, negative understanding, and negative transformation and negative change. So that's why when they got enlightenment or the insight is insight, it caused a negative insight. So they realized that I don't need to be that generous anymore. I need to gather collect for myself to protect myself. So because of that uh, kind of quest, and she or he's got that kind of enlightenment or insight. So um too much of something is never bring the good. Try to be in balance, stay or positive a little bit. Don't push it too much, because too much of something could generate the opposite way, return into the opposite way. So there is no good or bad. Try to balance, and be positive a little bit. It could help more. It could help more. Okay, and then desire, the next one, hatred. Hatred. Hatred moves towards the negative side. Toward the negative side. It is anger. Generates anger. But hatred moves towards the positive side. It generates satisfaction. Contentment. Satisfaction or contentment. For example, I so we know that desire and perspectives on uh, fortune, spam, beauty, sleeping, speaking could uh we decide the level and the degree of um, hatred, ignorance, suspicions, evil will. So uh, let's say that I have a desire and perspectives on food, on eating. And my friend told me that she has prepared good food after my shift, and I just go home and enjoy my food, good food, all that I like. So after the shift, I'm hungry, and I imagine that when I when I get home, I could have a table with full of the food that I like. I desire about food, desire about eating, and imagine about that. And then when I get home, open the door, nobody at home. Nobody at home. And no food. Empty on the table. No food, no one. So it means that my desire and perspectives, imagination about the food or about my eating isn't just isn't satisfied, right? Isn't satisfied. So in if this hatred nature is here, and it will push to the negative side, cause generate my anger. It could generate my anger, right? It will generate my anger. But my friends, if my usually my friends cook food for me, and then that day she said that today I have an urgent thing that needs to go out, so you should prepare your dinner, for example. And then in my mind that, sorry, okay, there's no food, no one at home, so I will take care of myself. I will buy something just casually, or I cooked instant noodles and to resolve my dinner. That's it. With that, so I don't expect anything. I don't expect anything, and no imagination about my food or dinner. So when I get home, I open the door and there's a table full of food that I like. So it's beyond my expectation, beyond my desire, or beyond my imagination. So it will push, the hatred nature will be pushed up to the positive side. So it will cause satisfaction in my mind at that time, satisfaction, or even grateful or appreciate that. So that's how it works. The desires and perspectives are beside our human natures working. And yeah, yeah. The next one is ignorance. It's ignorance. Ignorance. Just talk about food. My friend, my friend just said that I have food. It's beyond my expectation about dinner tonight. So it's called satisfaction. Appreciate. Mm. Okay, next we have ignorance. So if our ignorance nature push towards the negative side, it will generate ignorance, right? It will generate ignorance. Ignorance. But if it's pushed to the positive side, it's sanity. Sanity. And so let's say, oh, I have the desire. Let's say I have the desire and perspectives on my beauty. And here we get the body, beauty of the body. And I have a higher desire of for my beauty, my body. My body is beauty. And when I wake up, I I see an acne on my face, and but I have the higher desire for my appearance, for my appearance. So I could find some way to resolve it, to cover it, or if it's create is getting worse day by days, it could create or generate the ignorance that if somebody just let me know something that can't cure uh, my appearance on my face, I would do that. Even sometimes I don't test or check if that information on that resource is reliable or not, because the desire on my beauty is too high, and sometimes it could cause the ignorance because it pushed to the negative side, cause the ignorance. Everyone, if I hear anyone say anything, I just do follow them, and they didn't check if that information is correct or not, or reliable or not. So that's an example of ignorance. But if my desire, I don't have much desired in body's beauty, my appearance, for example, and then when I wake up, there's an acne, and because I don't care much, so I could find ways uh to to resolve it, and but when I check, I will check it carefully, just carefully, so I know what's right and what is wrong, um, what I should do to resolve it, because I'm not in urgent to do that, uh, because it's not a very big deal to me, because my desire on beauty is not that high, so I have space to think what is good to do, what is right to do. So when it pushed to the positive side, and that's how our natures worked with the ignorance. So you can't observe it into your life and identify it. Why do you encounter ignorance, or why do you encounter sanity? Sanity, and you see how our human natures works. The next one, hardness. Hardness. So the hardness natures when it is pushed to the negative side, it is low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. No, low self-esteem. If when we push it to the positive side, it's high. it generates our high self-esteem. High self-esteem. Hmm. If we have desired um we have desires on talent, for example. Let's say have desire on talent, important, uh, and perspectives on talent, important. Important we have talent and money, right? So let's say let's talk about talent. So I have desires on playing piano, uh, and I have perspectives. I imagine that I play a good piano, and attend or participated for a contest, a competition for mm, playing piano, and my performance to me is was not good. So it's the hardness. If the hardness natures appear here, so it could push down to negative side and generate the low self-esteem to me when we talk about playing piano skill. But if I have a good performance and I receive a lot of compliments from the judge, from audience, so my hardness will be pushed up to the positive side and generate my high self-esteem. That is how it works. Okay, so the next, suspicion nature. Suspicion nature. Suspicion nature. If when this nature is pushed to the negative side, it is suspicion. Suspicious. Suspicion. And the opposite side will be just. Just. For example, let's say we talk about money. Um, if we are somebody just let me to be the I work as an counter for a company, and for many years that I keep the money is good and manage it very well. The cash flow in and out, everything's very clear and precise and perfect. So I gain trust of the people in the company, of my boss, right? So it means that I get the I meet the desired and perspectives about manage money. So I can just and also trust myself in that skill, in that skill. But if when they hand over me a task or for example, give money and then I manage it very bad. So I could so our my desires and perspectives isn't satisfied, isn't is don't meet my desire and perspective. So they will be pushed to the negative side, and I could be suspicious on my ability or my um capability. Or we hand over money or like the the fund the general funds of our organization to someone, and they didn't mm, meet our expectations on desire and perspectives on the task, we could I could suspicious I could suspect their ability first, and then maybe I suspect their behavior. But if they meet my expectations are of keeping money very well, manage money, the fund for the organization very well, so they gain my trust. They earn my trust. Next, evil. 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 So we have if evil nature is pushed towards the negative side, it is evil or cruelty. Cruelty. Evil or cruelty. Okay. Mm. Okay. Cruelty, not cruelty. 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 Mm. Okay. And the evil nature is pushed up to the positive side. It is kindness. Mm. Kindness. It is kindness. Mm. if someone do something for us and we give the compliment to them, it means that it satisfies or it met their desire and perspective on fam. So they will be kind to us. So we're talking about desires and perspectives on fam. If uh, if someone do something for us and then we give compliments, or even they uh, don't do anything for us, but we think that we need to give compliments to them, acknowledge their contribution. So because it's beyond their desire and perspectives from us about fam, about their fam. So naturally, it will be the evil nature will be pushed to the positive side. They show their kindness to us. But if we step on their fam, we curse them, or we do something that's curse their um, break their fam or their status, or uh, so they could cause something cruel to us, right? Or set maybe a trap to harm us. For example, we can see it in the films or movies or series, right? A drama, we see it a lot. So if the desired and perspectives on fam, for example, are do not meet our expectations, so it could cause cruelty, cruelty. But if it meets our desire and perspectives on fams, it generates kindness. And the last nature, it is view. Okay. So if our views is put to the negative side, it is persistence. Uh, persistence. But if it's pushed to the positive side, it is acceptance. Okay. If we don't hold too much on our view, so when we hear some um, good message, we are easily to open it and accept it. But if our desires and perspectives on our views too high, and of course, when we encounter some message, we are not easy to open our mind to hear it, because we think it's not, because we think it doesn't meet our expectations on our view. So we persist with our idea, our views. So that's how these natures work. And the because of the level and the degrees of hatred, ignorance, hardness, suspicion, ego, and views, so that generate create a lot of characteristics of human, of ourselves. And what is the self? Usually we hear people say that the self, the self, or the ego, or the self. Usually they think the self and ego is the same. And when someone do something with like to show their arrogance, people say they have high ego, but actually it's not. The self or means that are, let me open the definition of the self. The self is a combination, of 16 human natures, generate the self of a, a person. And desire and perspectives are the key points of human nature. That is the self. That is the self. So when we understand how human natures work or operate, and then we can explain when we look at someone, we observe someone, or we observe things, we understand why they show that characteristics, they show that behavior, they show that emotion. Because we know that, okay, they could have the desire and perspectives on beauty, on fortune, on fame, eating or sleeping. So it's generates these characteristics of them, their characteristics. So that is how we understand people, and we understand themselves. We understand ourselves. When we understand ourselves, we are easily to accept ourselves and ourselves, and we accept other selves, other people's selves. We accept other people, accept their behaviors, accept the difference um between uh, them and us. We accept the difference. We respect the difference between us. We accept, we respect, and we accept, and we understand, the difference. So that's why there is no judgment, discriminate. And when we understand, we can love simply. We can love simply. So when we understand about the human nature, how it works, we understand more about ourselves, and then we understand more about other people. We can explain their response, their reaction. And because we can explain, we accept it. So that is the first usage, meaning of learning about human nature. The second usage of it that we know, as long as we push our electromagnetics are up to the up to the positive up to the positive side, or in the neutral, so we can have the positive characteristics or positive emotions by push our desired and perspectives up to the positive side. It means that if we decide for many people, not only us, and our perspectives on the desires are also for more people, not only us. So by doing that, we push our desired and perspectives towards the positive side. And because of that, we are happy. We're joyful. We enjoy our life. Because we know that desires and perspectives are the key points to lead our human nature. So we take over and how to manage our desires and perspectives. We manage them, so we can have a better life. If we want to we want to be successful in our career. So now we need to set up a desire for more people. We need to help people to be successful. We need to help people to be successful, so we can be successful as we push our desire to helping people, not just for ourselves. So when we push our desire and perspectives towards the positive side, be more generous to people, and then we can achieve what we want. So it's help us to navigate, understand the working of human natures, help us to navigate our desires and perspectives. And direct our the tendencies of our desire and perspectives towards the positive side. So that's how we can use the human natures to live a life to get what we want, and then we can simply accept the difference between people, and we can enjoy our life smoothly, simply, and gently. So that is how our human natures work. Anyone, do you have any if you have any questions or doubt, you want to clarify something, just let me know. So if no questions here, um, we will take a break for about now it's 7:15. 7:15. Okay. 7:15. We will come back. Thank you, Teacher Mai. We will come back at 9 in the Philippines times and 8 and 10 and 8 and Vietnamese time. Vietnam times in Vietnam. Okay, 8 in Vietnam and 9 in the Philippines. 8 p.m. and 9 p.m.
So you have 1 hour break.
1 hour and 45 minutes.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Thank you. I know it's time for you to go to bed. Thank you so much for accompanying me today.
It's really good when I can see you how you present the human structure. It's quite really clear, and I know it's like it's on your efforts about clarify about the language, how to is the you in this one. It's not easy. It's not easy to explain all this stuff. My God.
Thank you. I guess you are so patient with me.
Thank you for your efforts to doing this.
Yeah, hopefully that's so do you have any lessons you want to share here? Some lessons you want to share before
Because
you
in
go?
Vietnamese, I already know about this stuff. So
Yeah.
when you like present in English, so almost I know everything. So yeah, you explain it's quite clear. So that's good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your acknowledgements. And it will be a very great encouragement for me to continue because we'll still have a session later.
You do right.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Enjoy
Okay.
your night. Good
You
night.
too. Take a break. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. So, bye everyone. So I hope to see you. I hope to see you back in uh, okay 8 p.m. in Vietnam and 9 p.m. in the Philippines time. Thank you so much for your accompanying with me. And be patient with this knowledge to so give yourself the chance to understand about human structures so that we know what is the root of our reality, and then we can create the desired life, our desired life. Okay, so see you back at see you later. Enjoy your dinner, or maybe it's a breakfast in another place. Okay, I will stop sharing my screen. And stop live stream on Facebook. And Sorry. Oh, where's the recording? And start recording now.